I'm here at Fort Worden Beach on the Olympic Peninsula in Washington State, and this is where I first took my first ocean swim, and we'll be exploring the ocean a little bit today, you and I. Welcome to the Consciously Connected podcast. Thanks for being here. I'm Jamie Comer. In 2020, I walked into that water that's usually in the winter, it can be as low as like 46 degrees Fahrenheit, and summer maybe 55, if I'm getting that correctly, Fahrenheit. It's cold. And a group of women were starting to swim out here, or they had been swimming out here actually, and I had heard about them. They called themselves the wild swimmers or the wild mermaids. And I was like, oh my gosh, I want to go. And I had spent much of my life, swimming in a pool. Like, I'm very familiar with water, super comfortable with water. But the ocean is like a completely different game. It's so different. I mean, it's got its own energy flow. It's connected to literally everything in the world. And it obviously has its own like shift of currents and animals that are swimming in it. And when I started swimming, I was literally like right here on the shallowest part. Like when I'd swim freestyle stroke, my hand would slowly go down and touch the sand. That's how shallow I was, because I was so scared of what was in the ocean. I was frightfully scared. And there's not known to be like any sharks here. I mean, yes, there's jellyfish, and there could be the lion's mane, which are like, not comfortable to run into. But they're also in the shallows. It doesn't really matter where. But I was scared. I was scared because I just didn't know what was there. It's the unknown, which is like exactly what transition is. As you're moving through, as you're evolving through your own evolution right now, and as you're shifting into your new beginning, as you're leaving one part of your way of being into a new way, like you're in this unknown space. And that's exactly what the ocean represented to me. Total unknown. And I remember one day I finally was like, screw it, Jamie, I'm going deeper. Like the women I was swimming with, they'd go deeper. They were more comfortable. And so they inspired me. I saw people going further out into the ocean. I was like, okay, I can do this. So I went out to like maybe, 6 feet, 5 feet. And I remember saying to myself, like, I don't care if something shows up right now, because I'm having so much fun doing this. I love it so much. Then it's meant to be. Like, if something shows up that's scary, whatever, it's meant to be. And I love swimming. So I don't care if there's fear. I'm moving through you, fear. There was so much energy and a huge shift for me around what I thought I was capable of in that moment. And this is just something internally I was experiencing while swimming, and, crying at the same time, because I was like, I can do this. And so today, let's explore for you the shore. Let's explore the beach, the shore, and the unknown, the wild, wild ocean where our heart comes alive, yet sometimes we feel so scared to even step into, because it's, unknown. I invite you to think about, for yourself, if the sand represents safety, the known, the familiar, what does that look like for you right now? Like, what does familiar, known, simple, safe, maybe not simple, but safe feel like for you? What does it look like? How do you feel when you're on the sand, when you feel safe, when you're in that space of safety and familiarity? Is it comfortable, uncomfortable? And then if you think about the shoreline, where the little bit of white water is, where the waves just pop on. We're here at the Puget Sound, where there's very minimal waves. The waves that if you hear them, or see them. That's the biggest they seem to get, like right here. But some places, obviously, the waves are quite bigger and a little more intimidating. To you, what does the white water represent? Just the shoreline, where the water meets the sand. What does that represent to you? The in-between, so to speak. And if you gaze out into the water, thinking about the ocean itself, what is the unknown to you? What feels completely unknown to you right now? Maybe you're actually in it. You're like, I'm literally already swimming in there, Jamie, and it's all unknown to me. Or maybe you're like, no, I've been standing here on the shore and I am exploring what that looks like. So you might be in it. You might be swimming, or maybe you're exploring and curious about it. What is the ocean, maybe, what does that mean to you right now when you think of the unknown space in your life? Depending on what's going on for you, this may be career focused, this may be relationship focused, financially, it could vary for you. What does the ocean represent for you? And let's focus for a moment even about who you are. What does the ocean represent for you, the unknown, about who you are? Meaning maybe who you feel like you may be becoming, or what you feel like you're being called to. It's like how you hear people are called to the ocean. You know, you feel it. You just feel this lure to it. What do you feel like you're being called to, or lured to, or like enticed by, or maybe even just a gentle whisper? But because it's unknown, there might be some hesitancy. Now, you get to decide what you'd like to do with that ocean. Would you like to jump in? Or if you're already jumping in, if you're already in, would you like to look in the water? See what's there? Would you like to take a paddleboard and skim on the top of it? Maybe take a boat, kind of cruise the area, check it out. What would feel right for you, or fun for you, or honest for you? How do you want to check in with that unknown? Honor whatever comes up. There's no right or wrong answer here. And I invite you to listen for a moment. Imagine you're out on the water, in the water, or still watching from the shoreline. And imagine you're listening to the ocean, the unknown for you. And imagine if you're listening to it, your ears are open, your heart is open. What is it telling you? What is it saying to you? And if you tune inward, what is your heart saying in response? I wonder. I honor whatever comes up for you. Thank you for sitting with me here by the water today and exploring what's underneath a little bit, or maybe exploring what's around and where you want to go from here. What feels best for you now? When I think about what lays in the ocean now, for me, metaphorically, what's coming up for me today is two things. Is one about our family's about to move to, kind of move to our next spot as a location independent family, and next in a week or so. And doing that is like bringing up these like unknowns, your feelings of unknowns. Like, oh wait, what is this next place going to be like? How are we going to feel about it? How is it going to go with the kids? Like, do we feel good? Do we have fun? And just all these logistical questions, but then also just kind of the wondering, like a little bit of fear-based stuff, like as though I was swimming in the ocean again and worrying about, oh gosh, what's going to happen, right? And then, so for me, it's really going in the water and trusting, like letting myself be. And I would do that actually when I'd come and swim. I noticed if I stayed tense in this cold water, even in a full wetsuit, if I stayed tense in my body, it was really uncomfortable. My heart would beat faster, and everything would just not feel good. And I would never loosen up. I would never like feel warm in the water. But if I actually relaxed my body, then I would adapt. I'd let myself adapt to the temperature and to the situation and to the environment. So I know in this situation of, say, moving from one place to another, I know I do best when I relax my body and relax physically, but also energetically. Like there's a sense of trust and adaptation that takes place to be able to soften the body physically. So there's a physical action that takes place, the relaxing of the body, and then the mind softens and relaxes, and then the heart's like, there you go. Good. Thanks for doing that for yourself. And the other piece that feels like unknown right now is I'm filming my course for you, and an online course for you, and I'm filming it here, like literally sitting here on the beach as well. It'll be outside, very similar to the podcast. And there's unknown aspects to it, like how anytime you're creating a project, as an artist, as a creator, what is going to happen with it? What's going to come of it? And there's those questions around it. And then same thing with the water, same thing with moving. There's this, wait a minute, let yourself soften. Let the body soften, relax. Let yourself adapt to this new space, even if it feels clunky and unknown. And let yourself be present. Let yourself be present to the now. Your future self will know exactly what to do with everything when that comes. When you finish filming, for example, you will know what to do then. Your future self will know. I don't have to know yet. My future self will know. And same thing for you. I invite you to explore that today as well. Your future self will know what to do. So as you take a step into the water, you don't have to know fully where you're going to go just yet. You're just taking a step. And that step itself, to get to the edge of the water, to take a step in and of itself, takes effort and courage and focus. And that's a big step right there. You'll know what to do next after that. One step at a time. Yeah? I'm telling myself that too. One step at a time. I will be sure to keep you updated on the e-course. I am honored to bring it to you and offer it to you as you move through your personal evolution and your transitions and transformations, and as you redefine and explore and craft who you are. What a beautiful place in the world. I honor the first people of this land, and I honor Mama Gaia, Mother Earth. I appreciate being here. Thank you for joining me here. I invite you to share the Consciously Connected podcast to your friends, to anyone who you think might resonate with this, so more people can receive this and have some fun exploring and connecting to what matters to them most.